Hello, I am back with chapter 7. From page 73, the sentence, "The animals knew that this was not the case. Still, it had been decided to build the walls 3 thick this time instead of 18 inches as before." I kind of cut the sentence because it was too long. Well, in the situation, in the previous chapters, chapter 6, there was this windy day. The windmill was broken, so the animals were so sad, and the humans are saying that the windmill was broken because it was too thin, but the animals aren't believing. They're believing that Snowball did it, and it is because I think the pigs just made them think like this. So even though it's a wrong judge, the animals are just now believing everything that the pigs say. 74. In page 74, whenever there is a hard situation, when the animals have difficulty because of the windmill project, and when they get really hungry, Boxer becomes the hope of everyone. He keeps on saying, "I will work harder," and even though Squealer says good things, good words about the animals, they don't listen to it, but they just listen to Boxer. I wish I had a friend like Boxer. He would cheer me up in hard situations. Maybe I could be a person just like Boxer, but I wouldn't be like too foolish, believe everything that others say. I would believe some things, and some things I would just do it on my own. 75. So in addition, Napoleon ordered the almost empty bins in the store shed to be filled nearly to the brim with sand, which was then covered up with what remained of the grain and meal. The animals are running out of food, and if this is going to be shown to the world, they might get in danger. The humans might attack. So the animals are trying to find a way to not show it, trying to pretend that they have a lot of food. And so Napoleon is using this way. They are filling the can with things that they can't eat, and on top a little they are putting some food on it so that it can look really full. In real life, I also found this from lit charts. It says that the citizens had a really hard time because Stallion had this 5-year project and a lot of people died. I think it's really similar. Page 76. When the Hens heard this, they raised a terrible outcry. So the situation is getting worse. The farm can't afford the money to buy everything they need. So Napoleon is saying that the Hens need to give their eggs to Napoleon so that he can send it and get money to buy the things they need. And of course the Hens wouldn't like to give them their hands because it's their babies. I mean, Napoleon is making the animals give away their family, and if I were the Hens, I would be really disappointed too. The situation is getting worse, but Napoleon and the other pigs are having a really comfortable life, which I think is really unfair. In hard situations, I think everyone should be fair and try to share everything, but the pigs are too selfish to do something with it. So the page 76, their method was try to fly up to the rafters and lay their eggs, which smashed to pieces on the floor. So the Hens are trying to do something like rebellion for the first time. I was very happy when I read this because the Hens feel like this can't be true. They can't give away their eggs because they know that the situation won't be that different even after they will give their eggs. The pigs are like saying to the animals that animalism and Animal Farm is really similar. So in order to do something right, they can kill the animals. But this isn't against the 7 commandments. I think they keep on changing the commandments by themselves. And so the hands tried to do the rebellion, but Napoleon, of course, tried to stop it, and so a lot of hands died. This is, I think, the first time death occurred after Old Major's death. Page 77, it was noticed that whenever he seemed on the point of coming to an agreement with Frederick, Snowball was declared to be in hiding at Foxwood, while when he declined towards Pilkington, Snowball was said to be at Pinchfield. So Napoleon is trying to sell this wood to either of Mr. Frederick or the other person, but he keeps on hearing rumors that if he wants to sell it to this person, Snowball is hiding on the other place. So Napoleon's really confused. And this is also based on a true story. Before the World War II, the USSR negotiated possible treaties with allies and both the German, which mean Frederick and Pilkington. I think that Napoleon shouldn't believe any of them because they are still humans. The trade with Mr. Whymper is going on well, but I think that if he trades too many things with humans, there might be a problem later. Because there was a time that before they even attacked the farm, so if I were Napoleon, I would just share what I have with the other animals to solve the problem of hunger. Page 78. Whenever anything went wrong, it became usual to attribute it to Snowball. So there are a lot of things, like if any food is missing or if anything gets wrong, if they lose something, Napoleon is saying that Snowball did it, and the animals are actually scared of it. They believe it. I think the pigs are using Snowball and Mr. Jones because the animals are scared of the both two characters to justify their rules. It's really unfair, and maybe in reality now in the 21st century these things are really happening. It might be happening in the government of Korea that I live now. Page 79. Squealer and Napoleon is saying that Snowball was a betrayer. There is a sentence: Snowball was in league with Jones from the very start. Of course, not all the animals believe this. They think it's very strange because they remember Snowball making plans about windmills or fighting in the rebellion. And the situation gets worse because there are some animals who say that they remember the scene. I hope that they believe in their own thoughts and try to get rid of the pigs who are making everything up. Page 80. Snowball fought bravely at the Battle of Cowshed. I saw him himself. Well, Boxer is my favorite. Boxer is saying this to Squealer, who is lying. All the animals know that Snowball fought with in the Battle of Cowshed, but really sadly, Squealer is saying that there must be something wrong with the memory, and Boxer starts believing him. So Boxer doesn't believe in himself, but believes in animalism more, which makes the story kind of sad, because if Boxer believed exactly what he knew, then I think the story would have had a different end. So Boxer said that he remembered this, and Squealer is saying that it isn't true. He says that it's what Napoleon said, and I think I told you that Boxer has this motto that Napoleon is always right. So from page 82, there is a sentence that is a true spirit, comrade. cried Squealer, but it was noticed he cast a very ugly look at Boxer with his twinkling eyes. So Squealer is kind of angry at Boxer, I guess, and I hope that Boxer doesn't get in danger, because I think he's one of the best characters, the kindest, the most hardworking character that everyone needs. He is the hope of everyone. Page 83. To amazement of everybody, three of them flung themselves upon Boxer. So the animals meet, and 3 dogs are running or attacking Boxer, but Boxer is too kind, and he doesn't know that Napoleon made them he doesn't know that Napoleon is the one who is making the dogs run at him. He just doesn't know the situation, and he even looks at Napoleon if he should make the dogs live or die. Boxer is kind of too foolish and too kind. Because Boxer is kind of clever, not much as the pigs, but he remembers the past. I think the pigs are kind of scared that there might be a rebellion for the pigs. From page 84 and 85, there is a really serious situation. Napoleon is killing a lot of animals like hens, sheep, gooses. They are saying that all of them are related to Mr. Jones' agents, and it was very violent. I'm not really good at reading violent things. I was really scared when I read this part, and I didn't know that Stalin was that mean. Stalin really killed a lot of people in real life, just to gain his power. I felt really bad for the animals. Maybe they didn't do anything really bad, just against Stalin, but Stalin has the most power, which makes it really bad. And this was the first time that a lot of animals were, a lot of dead. A lot of them died, and Boxer is saying that the solution to this is working harder. I feel really bad for Boxer, because even if he works hard, Napoleon or the pigs won't give him any benefits. They will just make him, hard work will just make him ruin his own body. So the animals are saying that the animals that are alive are really shocked at what they are seeing. So many animals slaughtered, and they remember that this wasn't what they expected. This wasn't the world that Old Major wanted them to happen. So they are really sad. I felt really bad and sad too. I realized that all of the animals who has the most power take over the high places, and I hadn't seen anyone who do really kind things or care for others. It's a really sad reality. Page 88. This is the worst part. Napoleon is saying that Beasts of England had been abolished. Yeah, this is a part I read from the lit charts. The pigs are really killing the revolution. They are saying that it was a song of rebellion, and the rebellion was finished by killing the rest of the animals, but I think they are just trying to make a world of themselves. It isn't fair. Old Major would have been so disappointed at Napoleon. And instead of this song Beasts of England, Minimus had made a new song. It isn't really good. Not a lot of animals like it, and it is saying the state is more important than individual. This is the end of chapter 7. There were a lot of important events. It was kind of scary, but it was also interesting. Thank you. I will meet at rest of the other chapters. Bye.